Okay. So now moving on to the Roman number fifth question, that is 34th one. So it has 4 marks, 4 questions, which sums up to 16 marks. Okay. So now starting with 34th question. Find the solution of the given pair of linear equations by graphical method. So the equation is x plus 2y is equal to 6 and x plus y is equal to 4. Okay. So now to start with, they have given two equations, x plus 2y is equal to 6 and x plus y is equal to 4. So now I'll just write those equations. Okay. First is x plus 2y is equal to 6. Next is x plus y is equal to 4. So I have written two equations. Next, we need to draw a table with 3 columns, 2 rows. Okay. For each equation, we need to draw a table. So now since we have two equations, I have drawn two tables with 3 columns and 2 rows. Now, how do you solve this? So first, let me take the first equation, that is x plus 2y is equal to 0. In the table, in the first row we need to write x and in the second row we need to write y. Okay, same goes with the next table as well, x and y. So now here we need to consider x as 0 and in the next row we need to consider y as 0. Okay, same in the next table as well, we need to consider x as 0 and next y as 0, and we need to put these values in this equation and we need to get the x and y values. So I'll explain how. So let me take the first equation, x plus 2y is equal to 6. Now I have taken x as 0 in the first row. So in the place of x, you need to replace it with a 0 and find the y value. So here x is 0 as per our assumption. So 2y is equal to 6, y is equal to 6 by 2. That is, y is nothing but 2 3s are. Y is 3. So what is the value here? Y value is 3. Okay, next. In the next last column, we have assumed y value is 0. Now we need to find the x value. Same for the same equation, replace y as 0. That means x plus 2y is equal to 6. X plus 2, y value we need to assume it as 0 is equal to 6. So that means x plus 2 into 0 is nothing but 0. Anything multiplies with 0 is 0 is equal to 6. So x plus 0 is nothing but x. X is how much? 6. So we need to write here. Okay, this is for the first equation. So same steps we need to repeat with the second equation. So same one, in the first row we assumed x as 0. In the second row we assumed y as 0. Okay, now for the same equation, replace x and y value. So now I'll take x value. X is 0. Then y plus 4. Y plus 0 is nothing but y. So when the x is 0, y value is 4. Now when the y is 0, what is the x value? X plus y is equal to 4. And x plus y is 0 is equal to 4. X plus 0 is x is equal to 4. Okay, right. So it is simple now. We got 4 points. Okay, so those 4 points are nothing but 4 and 4. Okay, that is in the x-axis 0 4 0 3 6 0. Okay, so those values are, so here first is 0 3 6 0 0 4 and 4 0 0 comma 3 6 comma 0 0, 4, 4, 0. That is x and y, x and y, x and y, x and y. Now you need to replace, like you need to mark these points in the graph. So now we have 4 points. So this is how the graphical representation looks like. So here if you see it, okay, here if you see it, the first point is 0, 3. So we have marked here, okay, that is, this is 0 x-axis, and in the y-axis, what is the value in the y-axis? It should be 3. So it is 3. I have marked 1 point here. Next is 6, 0. X-axis value is 6. Y-axis value is 0. That means this itself a point. Okay. Next is 0 and 4. X-axis 0. Y-axis is 4. So here I have marked 1 point. Next is, last one is x-axis 4. Y-axis 0. That means here 1 point. So now we need to draw these, like join these lines. When we join these lines, we get a midpoint where 2 lines collide with. Okay, so now the point is, when we know that the point is 2, 2. Okay, so this is the point. This is how we draw a table. Okay, so do not forget to write a scale. The scale is, we have taken x-axis 1 centimeter is 1 unit, y-axis 1 centimeter is 1 unit. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in the y-axis 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is how the graphical representation to find a linear equation. Okay, this is of 34th question. Now moving on to the 35th question. Okay, 35th question of 4 marks. Okay, 35th question. 2 kites A and B are flying one below the other above the horizontal ground as shown in the figure. Kite A is flying 300 meter above the ground. Angle of elevation of kites A and B as observed from the point P on the grounds are 60 degree and 30 degree respectively. So find the distance between 2 kites A and B. That is the first question. Next, after some time, when the thread of kite A is released, it moves to a horizontal to the ground and reaches the point A in the sky. If P, B and A bar in the same line, find the distance between the kites. Okay, and they have given the figure as well. So now I'll explain this figure. Okay, so here there are 2 kites A and B flying one below the other. So now you can see here A and B. Okay, A and B. So these are 2 kites A and B. Okay, it is flying one above the other. That means A is flying above and B kite is flying below the A kite. Okay, these are 2 kites above the horizontal ground as shown in the figure. That means this PM line. Okay, this is a ground, horizontal ground. Now kite A is flying 300 meter above the ground. So this is kite A. They are saying this kite is flying 300 meter above the ground. When the ground is this, that is PM line, this kite is playing 300 meter above. That means the distance between the kite A and the ground is 300 meter. They have marked here 300 meter. Next, the angle of elevation of kites A and B as observed from the point P on the grounds are 60 and 30. Okay, now they said from the point P while observing, angle of elevation to A and B, that is, to angle A, angle of elevation is 60 degree, and to B, angle of elevation is 30 degree. Find the distance between the two kites. So they have asked us to find the distance between two kites, that is A and B. So we need to find the AB value here. That is the first question they have asked. Next, after some time the thread of kite A is released. That means now the kite A is here. So after some times they release the thread so that this kite will fly again and it moves horizontal to the ground and reaches the point A dash in the sky. That means now this flight, it will move horizontally and it will reach the A dash point. Okay, this is in the second scenario. Kite A is here, so we have renamed it as A dash. If P, B, A are in the same line, see point P and in the second kite and the first kite after some time, that is A dash, are in the same line, okay, are in the same line. If P, then find the distance of the kite A and B. That means then we need to find B and A dash. Okay, B and A dash. This is second question. So in this diagram we need to find A, B and A dash B value. Okay. So hope the figure is clear. So now let's start with the solution. Okay. So here, now first we'll take the triangle PMA. Okay, PMA, we'll take this triangle. So in triangle PMA, apply tan formula. Okay, PMA, we have angle of elevation is 60 degree. That means we know the tan theta value is nothing but 60. So we find tan 60 degree is equal to AM by PM. AM by PM. So what is the value of tan 60? Is nothing but root 3. And what is the value of AM? It is given in the figure, that is 300 meter. 300. What is the value of PM? It's not known, so write as it is. So therefore just cross multiply it. That means root 3 PM is equal to 300. So PM is equal to 300 divided by root 3. Okay. Now we know the value of PM. How much? 300 by root 3. Okay. Now let's take PMB triangle. Okay, PMB triangle. So what is the angle of elevation here? It is 30 degree. That means tan 30. Okay. So now we'll write in triangle PMB, tan 30 is BM divided by PM. What is the value of tan 30? Is nothing but 1 by root 3. What is the value of BM? We do not know, write as it is. What is the value of PM? We have just found out. PM is nothing but 300 by root 3. Okay, 300 by root 3. Now we'll just apply the cross multiplication so that it will become root 3 cross multiplication, root 3 by (300) is equal to root 3 BM. So when we apply the cross multiplication, so it will become 300 is equal to root 3 into root 3 BM. Okay, so I'll just take this this side, that is left hand side, that will become root 3 into root 3 is root 3 square bm is equal to 300. So square and root 3 get cancelled. So bm is equal to 300 divided by 3, that is 100. So what is the value of bm? Bm is 100. So now let's take the other triangle. So we know that bm is 100 now. So let's just replace it in the let's just put the value in the diagram. Okay, so now we know this bm is 100. Okay, so we know the AM value, that is given 300. We know the BM value. Then what is AB? We can find out. Okay. So AB is nothing but sorry. So how do we find the AB value? Since we know the AM and AB value, we are finding AB as AB is equal to AM minus BM. So what is the value of AM? It is 300 as given. BM is 100. This is just we have found out. So 300 minus 100 is 200 meter. This is the value of AB. So we have answered the first question, AB. Okay, now we need to find A dash B. Okay, to find A dash B, which triangle we are taking? A, B and A dash triangle. Okay, so B, P, yeah. Now if you see this, okay, here in BPM is how much? 30 degrees. So if it is 30 degree, then A dash and B will be 30 degree. Okay, because A dash is equivalent to this PM side. So if this is 30 degree, then here A dash B will be 30 degree. Okay, so we need to take A dash B triangle to solve the A dash B side. So I'll just take the triangle. Before that, okay, A dash, in triangle AB A dash, okay, A dash B is equal to angle BPM is equal to 30 degree, because A dash is equivalent to side PM. Okay, now in this triangle we can apply sine formula, that is sine theta is equal to AB by A dash B, sine theta. Okay, so what is theta value? Sine 30. Sine 30 is, what is AB value? Is 200 and A dash B value we need to find out. So when we cross multiply this, it will become A dash B into, what is the value of sine 30? It is 1 by 2 is equal to 200. Okay, so A dash B is equal to 200 into 2, that is 400 meter. This is the final answer, that is A dash B. Okay, so hope it's clear. So now moving on to the 36th question of 4 marks. Okay, so here prove that the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to square of the ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay, this is to prove. I'll just explain. Okay, in the diagram we need to draw two triangles. One is ABC and one is PQR. Okay, so now in the given data, ABC triangle is equivalent to triangle PQR. So if this is equivalent, then we know that all the sides are equal. That means in this triangle, AB side is equivalent to this side of another triangle, that is PQ. So BC is divided by QR, that is equivalent to AC by PR. Okay. Now what do we need to prove? We need to prove area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to BC square and QR square. It is square of the side. Okay. Square of the side is nothing but BC square divided by QR square. This is, we need to prove it. Now, so construction, what do we need to construct? Draw AM perpendicular to BC in the first triangle and PN perpendicular to QR. Okay. Next, proof. So area of ABC divided by area of PQR. So what is the formula to find the area? Area is equal to half into, in this triangle it is BC into AM. Here it is QR into PN. Okay, so when we simplify it, it will become area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to, half and half get cancelled, so we are left with BC into AM divided by QR into PN. Okay, so when we further simplify this and when we take the triangle ABM and PQN, so we just take ABM triangle and in the second one we take PQN triangle. So here angle B is equivalent to angle Q. Okay, angle M is and angle N is 90 degree. So PQ is equal to AM by PN. So the sides are also equal. Okay, but AB by PQ. So what is the value of AM by PN? It is nothing but BC by QR. BC by QR. So okay. So now we know that AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. But here we know the value AB by PQ, that is here AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR. So in the place of AB by PQ, we need to replace it with by BC by QR. So it will become AM by PN is equal to, instead of AB by PQ, we replaced it with BC by QR. Now name this as second equation. Now substitute second equation in the first equation. So area of triangle ABC by area of triangle PQR is equal to BC by QR and into AM by PN. So instead of AM by PN, we need to write the value BC by QR. So it will be BC square divided by QR square. Hence the proof. Okay.